Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports Coaster. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to today's episode of Sports Coaster. We got so much to be talking about in today's episode, from Isaiah Thomas's return and Cleveland's big win, the Phoenix Suns Atlanta Hawks game, that 1-point game. That was an insane game. Of course, Devin Booker had a big game. Lou Will had a big game. Anyway, we'll be talking about all that in today's episode, so stay tuned, everybody. Isaiah Thomas had 17 points in 19 minutes in his debut for the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Cavs win over the Portland Trail Blazers 127-110. This is bad news for the NBA, because now Cleveland, they're at full strength. They got an amazing starting five. They don't got to start Jose Calderon no more. They don't got to put him in his 0 points in 20 minutes on the court anymore. They got LeBron, Jay Crowder, Kevin Love, who, by the way, Kevin Love, he's been playing like amazing. He's averaging, on his time on the Cleveland Cavaliers, this is the season where he's got the most points, most assists, most rebounds, and he's playing the least amount of minutes he's played in the few seasons he's been here in Cleveland. D-Wade, Tristan Thompson on the bench, and low-key Jeff Green's lit. I mean, that boy, he can give you a solid 25 minutes a game, 20 minutes a game, and he's putting up really nice numbers. Just last night he put up 10 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. He's a solid player. Anyway, back to this game. Isaiah Thomas, of course, 17 points. He's really kind of the main story about today. On the Portland side of the ball, Jusuf Nurkic put up solid 23 points. Damian Lillard, he was back after missing last game. He put up 25 points. CJ McCollum, of course, 19 points. The San Antonio Spurs walked into Madison Square Garden last night and took out the New York Knicks 100-91. This is Kawhi Leonard's probably best game since his return. He put up 25 points in 30 minutes, grabbed 8 rebounds, and dimed up 4 assists. And of course, on the defensive side, he did have 4 steals. LaMarcus Aldridge probably outshined him, playing 36 minutes and going 10 of 23 from the field. He put up 29 points. Pau Gasol, low-key, put up them 11 points. On the bench, Manu Ginobili, he had a really big game. He played 23 minutes and put up 12 points. I thought he did really, really well. He was 2 of 3 from downtown as well. On the New York Knicks side of the ball is probably the biggest factor of the game. Kristaps Porzingis struggled in this ball game. He played 35 minutes and only managed to put up 13 points and grabbed 9 rebounds. Only had 1 assist as well. That man shot 26% from the field, going 5 of 19 and 0 for 1 from 3-point land. Michael Beasley on the bench led the New York Knicks in scoring. He put up 18 points, 9 rebounds, shot 7 of 13 from the field. And the Spurs win. This improves the Spurs record up to 26-12. What a game it was last night in Phoenix, as the Phoenix Suns beat the Atlanta Hawks 104-103. That ending was incredible. Marquese Chriss comes up with a clutch alley-oop block. Speaking of Marquese Chriss, he did have 17 points and 11 rebounds in 33 minutes. He had a really, really big game. He shot 50% from the field. TJ Warren put up 31 points, and Devin Booker probably had the best game probably so far that we've been talking about. He did have 34 points in 41 minutes. Big numbers for Devin Booker. On the Atlanta side of the ball, they were led by Kent Bazemore, Dennis Schroeder, and Ilyasova. They all put up 20 plus in their loss. This is tough. The Phoenix Suns now 15-24 on the season. The Atlanta Hawks still struggling at 10-27. Phoenix, though, they got a few all-stars out there. I'm not sure if Devin Booker will be voted into the all-star game this season. Y'all gotta let me know. I don't think he deserves it this year, simply because he's kind of young. He'll probably be voted into like that Stars vs. Elites game, but I mean, that's definitely a shoe-in for him. But I don't know, is he really an all-star? Y'all should let me know. Comment down below in the comments. Is Devin Booker an all-star caliber player? For me, not yet. Not this year, but probably next year, if not the year after that. Charlotte Hornets versus the Sacramento Kings. That was a blowout. The Charlotte Hornets took this one 131-111, and get this, they had 8 players score in double digits. Listen to this list: Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Marvin Williams, Dwight Howard, Nicholas Batum, Kemba Walker, Jeremy Lin, Frank Kaminsky, and Johnny O'Brien III all put up 10 plus points. Out of all those players, Nicholas Batum did have the most amount of points. He did play the most amount of minutes as well, but this was really, really well rounded as they went deep into the bench in yesterday's game against the Sacramento Kings. Kings, they got dominated. Zach Randolph for the Kings. He had an amazing game. He only played 25 minutes, but still scored 24 points and grabbed 10 rebounds. Big game for him. He shot 61% from the field. De'Aaron Fox as well played big minutes. He put up 17 points, and Buddy Hield, he banged in 2 3-pointers. I thought those were the only points he got for the Sacramento Kings as they took this one. Big fat L for them. Charlotte Hornets improved to 14-23. I say improved, but they're still, not that good this season. I thought they'd be better because they got Kemba Walker and Dwight Howard, but I was wrong. The Sacramento Kings go down to 12-25. That's rough. A couple of, not the best teams. Kind of like the Hawks and Suns game. Not that good of teams, but still, Charlotte Hornets, I was really impressed with their bench play. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the last game of the day, the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, the LA Clippers have been led mainly by Lou Will coming off the bench. The sixth man played 35 minutes and put up 33 points. He's been really, probably, for me, he's been their best player this year. They did have Blake Griffin had a really solid game. He put up 21 points. Milos Teodosic as well. That guy, he can ball, man. That boy be diming up DeAndre Jordan. Blake Griffin had a really, really nice and1 posterizer in this win. On Memphis Grizzlies side of the ball, Marc Gasol played 36 minutes. Him and Tyreek Evans both. No one really managed to have that big of games statistically. I guess you could say Mario Chalmers is 15 points, but other than that, pretty mediocre performance from the Memphis Grizzlies. They're down to 12-26. For me, they're the worst team in the NBA. The Clippers, mediocre team. I think they will be able to sneak into the playoffs. They are currently 17-19, but I think they should be able to make the playoffs if they can stay healthy, of course. We all know their tendencies of, getting injured. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, of course, the big three, but I think if Lou Will, Milos Teodosic, DeAndre Jordan, and Blake Griffin can all stay healthy, they have a really good chance of making it to the playoffs. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was your last game, the Clippers versus the Grizzlies. Alright, so y'all already know what time it is. It's time to look at the best player of the game. And for last night's action, it is Lou Will of the Los Angeles Clippers. We just were talking about this game, and Lou Will, quite frankly, he dominated in Los Angeles' win. He only did play 35 minutes and somehow managed to put up 33 points coming off the bench in this game. There was some debate as to who I should put in as a player of the game. Was it going to be Devin Booker? Because he had a really nice game. But I think Lou Will really was a clear favorite, considering the fact how his team dominated, and then also the fact that he only did play 35 minutes and scored 33 points. He did have 6 assists as well, grabbed 2 rebounds. He shot solid 53% from the field and was 2 of 6 from downtown. Not that good. He got 15 points from the free throw line. He was 100% there, 15-15. And overall, a really solid game for Lou Will, who is your player of the day. And ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the show. I thank you so much for sticking around throughout the entire episode. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, smash the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, and of course the link to our Instagram page is down in the description box. Go click on that and give us a quick follow. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.